Hey guys, welcome back. Well, it's getting cold here. The bottom is dropping out yet again here in Minnesota. I think the temperature right now is about 3 degrees. Wind chill's probably, I don't know, 10 below, something like that. Not a very big wind chill, but let's get you out of the sun. Not a very big wind chill, but it's definitely, you can feel it, especially without any gloves on. But I just wanted to do a quick video, an update on the 1945 Farmall H that we got for free from a friend of mine. Again, the story on that is it has a questionable rear end on it. So did some surfing around on the old Facebook marketplace and stumbled across something. I think you guys might like this. We picked up a rear half of a 47 Model H. Now the reason we picked this up, well, a couple reasons. Number one, this one has 2 good rims and tires on the back. The tires have a lot of weather checking, but they hold air, they got decent tread, but they've got some good rims and tires that are the same size. The other one, if you remember, the 45H, has good tires on the rear, but one is an 11.238, the other one is a 12.438, and they have different diameters, which means the 11.2 is going to be turning faster than the 12.4 in order to keep up at the same pace, you know, in a forward rotation or rear rotation. So essentially, the smaller tire has to turn more revolutions to keep up with the larger tire. And I don't know if that's messing up the rear end at all in there. I know it's designed to do that. When one wheel has slippage, the other wheel kicks in. But I thought that this would be a good reason to pick this one up. Another thing is, this rear end has an M&W 9-speed shift kit in it, or essentially it's a high and low range transmission. So it takes gears 1 through 4 and adds a second set of gearing to it that basically bumps up your ground speed or travel speed on gears 1 through 4. Gear 5 is a direct drive gear, road gear, so that's not affected by this. But gears 1 through 4, essentially it's a splitter. It adds a second set of gears in it. One thing I did notice about this is it's got a big gob of JB Weld right here on the top of the platform. So I'm not sure if there was a crack there or if there was some type of a hole there. Either way, when we end up swapping this out on that 45H, we're going to have to swap out the top deck, which hopefully doesn't give us any problems. A lot of times those top deck bolts will break, but hopefully they all come out without any issue. Something else, I suppose we could go through the serial number real quick on here. 263642X1, which means this was a gasoline only engine. It's a 1947. Something else that caught my eye that's on this is, now I'll be the first one to admit I am not very savvy at all with hydraulics and remotes and things like that, because quite frankly I've never used them. But this has a valve body that's mounted here on this plate with I don't know if this is a splitter or some type of a selector valve, but it says model S50 part 1140 on it. I don't know if I can see any markings on here. Minneapolis, something, Dresden or Dresden, something. But the valve essentially is hooked to the hydraulic control rod for the lift-all. And our lift-all pump is all plumbed into this system. So if anybody has any idea on how this works, again, it looks like there's a selector or splitter valve here, and then you have a remote or valve body here that can go forward or backwards. It's a very cool system, and I'd like to retain that if I can. It doesn't have the belt pulley on it. It has a homemade block-off plate. I'm assuming because of all of the hydraulic lines and everything else that they have on here, they had to remove that, but it's not something I'm very familiar with. But what's interesting, or what I'd like to do with this, is this tractor had a John Deere 45 loader on it, and I know that because of the bracketry that we have on here. So what I'd like to do is put, maybe, possibly, instead of putting the farmhand loader back onto my grandpa's 1940 Farmall M, maybe we should do a full restoration on the M. That way we have it matching the Suicide Awareness Farmall H. And then we can put that loader on this tractor, and this can be our snow removal work tractor. That wouldn't be a bad idea, and it'd be cool to have a 9-speed Farmall H. So I'm open to opinions, ideas. I really would like to get knowledge on this hydraulic system and remote system and splitter valve and whatever this system is. I don't know much about it, so if somebody does know, please enlighten me in the comments section. But I do know that this rear end was a quiet rear end. It didn't have any issues that they knew of. They ended up using the engine out of this tractor to restore another tractor. I think it was a family heirloom type tractor that they needed an engine for, and they pulled the engine out of this one and put it in that one. So that's what's been going on around here. Other than that, it's been, warm and cold, very bipolar, if you will. But my hands are getting real cold. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on here at the ranch. And, we've kind of been hunkered down in this weather, and I've just been working a lot. So, yep, it's time for me to head back in. So, I hope you guys are doing okay. Hope the new year is treating you guys well. And we've made it, well, today is January 18th, and we haven't bought any tractors, only partials. So, I hope you guys are doing well. And that's it for me. I'm getting cold. Time to head back in. We'll see you later.